He lowers his eyes to his work, studying the cord in his strong, calloused hands. He shifts slightly in his seat, suddenly uncomfortable as he catches a glimpse of how dirty his slick yellow oilskins are. He's never minded it before, but now he's being painted. He sits trying to focus on baiting this trawl line when the man sitting across from him looks out from behind his easel and canvas. He takes a deep breath, his eyes glancing at the painter, then back down to his work. He thinks, why would he want to paint me? This work by Vollian Burr Rann struck me so deeply and has sat with me in my heart and my mind for nearly a year since I first saw it. It's dramatic and almost regal in its treatment. Only once before in this series have we looked at portraiture in our collection. We delved into the life of Anna Hyatt Huntington as told through her stunning 3/4 length portrait painted by Marion Boyd Allen. Anna was a champion of what women could achieve, but her beginnings were more than modest. She had standing in society. She is the kind of woman who has portraits painted of her. So seeing this type of polished portraiture for a fisherman left me with questions. When was this painted? Why was this painted? And what was the connection between the artist and the sitter? All of which have yet to be answered, answers I may never get. And while these unanswered questions leave a pit in my stomach, it's one of the reasons I love art. It opens passages, almost like a never-ending maze, and you can take twists and turns, and each answer leads to more wondering, more searching. The artist, Vollian Burr Rann, though an important figure in the Provincetown art colony, is elusive. There's very little actually known about him, and frustratingly, he dated almost none of his works. This lack of details created even more questions and sent me searching, calling, emailing, reading, wondering why the artist chose to paint this portrait, this man. Despite my frustration, I'm grateful to the artist for the one detail he did include: a name. His name, Manuel Gaspar. With this name, a path of the maze opened before me. This piece of information allowed our team to search historical records and documents to find Manuel. We still have more questions left to be answered, but what we learned brought this work to life, gave it depth and weight beyond just being a stunning portrait. So please, let me introduce you to Mr. Manuel Gaspar, Trapp's fisherman, husband, father, and Portuguese immigrant. A man who left his life in the Azores in the early 1900s, likely in search of a better life, and settled down in Provincetown, Massachusetts, an area with a large Portuguese population. From the very little that is known of Rann, we know he painted portraits of prominent Provincetown residents. It's likely that these portraits, like so many portraits in art history, were commissioned by or for the sitter. Historically, portraits are typically painted of people that society deems important: leaders, politicians, philanthropists. So for a small town immigrant fisherman to fill the large canvas of this stunning portrait is especially poignant. Manuel Gaspar's body language is so different from that of a traditional portrait, though. In lieu of a soft smile or prideful expression, we see tired eyes cast downwards, shaded by the brim of his cap. Harsh shadows creep across his face from the raking light that also illuminates his vibrant mottled yellow oilskins. He wears a blue-collared shirt underneath a heavier blue jacket, needing the layers for cold New England days on the water. We see 2 half barrels with lengths of cord spiraled inside. More sections of cord lay across Manuel's left knee at the right of the portrait. He holds them in his steady hands, like he doesn't want to stop what he's doing or needs to occupy his time while this portrait is painted. His body language is that of discomfort, of humility, like he too is asking that question: what does he see in me? Why is he painting me? That question that I asked myself over and over, questioning, searching, when the real question was right in front of me. Why not him? Why not Manuel Gaspar? Why not a man who left his home behind and risked everything to find a better life? Why not a blue-collar fisherman who would perhaps otherwise be forgotten, overlooked? And though I don't know the exact reason Vollian Burr Rann painted this portrait, I know what I see. what this work says to me, and hopefully what it said to Manuel Gaspar too. That this man, he has worth. That his place and contributions in our society are valuable. A statement that would perhaps take Manuel Gaspar off guard, cause him to lower his eyes, unsure of how to respond, because for so many years since he first arrived in America, he may have been belittled and told that he was unwelcome. A sentiment that ripples through our society today, nearly a century after this work was painted. But my lasting question is why? What I see in this portrait is the essence of our mission: respect. Respect because we are all humans, all mariners, drawn to and connected through the waters. And this connection at its core strips away barriers like background, age, career, belief, and any other classifications that society imposes on us. It says, see, we are really not so different, you and me. And that's what drew me to this work all along. This portrait is different in so many ways, and that's a beautiful thing, because it allows us to celebrate all mariners, just like Manuel Gaspar.